Stop. Look closely at your life. Are you truly moving forward, or are you just running faster on the same treadmill? Be brutally honest. You felt it, that crushing, familiar sense of déjà vu. The same financial struggle, the identical toxic relationship dynamic, the recurring career plateau. You change the job, you change the partner, you change the city, but the outcome? It's always the same ghost of a failure past, an inescapable pattern. You are not cursed, you are not unintelligent, you are not lacking motivation. You are simply stuck in a devastating, relentless loop. This loop is subtle, powerful, and entirely self-inflicted yet utterly unnoticed. It has nothing to do with effort, intelligence, or hard work. You can hustle harder, visualize more intensely, and force action until you burn out. But if you're broadcasting the wrong fundamental signal, the universe must, by its own laws, deliver the same, repeating results. I promise you this now. The solution is not effort. The solution is a singular, instant shift in your internal state. It is one action, this, that you must perform. Master this action, and the loop disintegrates immediately, permanently. I will show you exactly what this is. Your entire future hinges on this one profound realization. Let's dismantle this mystery and expose the mechanism that has held you captive. Reality is a mirror. But what if the mirror is receiving a corrupted, endlessly repeating input? That input is your dominant subconscious expectation. Understand the distinction. This is not what you wish for consciously. Your conscious mind is an amateur broadcaster, shouting affirmations. Your subconscious mind is a professional, silent, 24/7 transmitter. Your expectation is what you assume will happen, the neurological default setting, the deeply held, unnoticed assumption about reality. This expectation, derived from past trauma and conditioning, generates a specific, measurable frequency. Your nervous system is the central broadcast tower. It is stuck. It's running on a corrupted transmission tape. Every time you approach a scenario, a high-stakes negotiation, a new relationship, a financial opportunity, a pattern triggers. Your mind instantly floods your system with the same signature emotional and neurological frequency it deployed the last time that pattern occurred. This is not a choice. It's a conditioned, instantaneous reflex. This internal state, this frequency of anticipation, is your undisputed signal to the quantum field. The field does not judge or analyze. It is pure potential waiting for a command. When your subconscious broadcasts, "I expect loss," "I expect struggle," "this never works out for me," or "the rug will be pulled out at the last minute," the field instantly, precisely, and impartially collapses the infinite possibilities into the event that matches the signal. It delivers the loss. It delivers the struggle. It pulls the rug. This resulting external event then acts as proof, immediately reinforcing the original subconscious expectation, creating a tighter, stronger neural pathway. The failure proves the expectation was right. The failure confirms the fear. This confirmation is the quantum feedback loop. The expected reality appears, which then fuels the next expectation, compelling reality to repeat the pattern with increasing velocity and precision. It is an inescapable engine of repetition. The signal is sent, the event arrives. The event cements the signal, the event repeats. The cycle is self-sustaining because the signal precedes the observation. You are looking at the world, but your internal broadcast has already decreed the outcome. To put it more technically, your emotional state is a field of energy. Fear, lack, and struggle are low-frequency, chaotic signals. When your subconscious emits a chaotic signal of lack, the universe is compelled to arrange matter, events, people, circumstances to resonate with that frequency. The event of loss is simply the physical manifestation of the internal frequency of lack. It is a fundamental law of energetic resonance. The question then becomes crucial. Who is responsible for the broadcast? Who keeps the finger on the repeat button? Who is actively, constantly maintaining the corrupted transmission? The answer is stark, urgent, and undeniable. The observer is stuck. Your awareness, anchored by a deeply held, unnoticed assumption about what must happen next, is the prison warden. You are looking at reality through a filter that forces reality to look back at you with the same repeating pattern. Until you change the input, the output must remain identical. This is not speculation. This is fundamental physics applied to consciousness. The immutable law governing your repetition is the observer effect. In the subatomic world, nothing is fixed. Everything exists as a wave of possibility, a state of superposition, until it is measured or observed. Observation forces these waves of infinite potential to collapse into particles, fixed, objective reality. This is the moment creation occurs. But here is the absolute point of control. The act of observation is never neutral. It is always, inescapably, filtered through your subconscious expectation. This expectation is the pressure you exert on the wave, forcing it into a specific, limited pattern. Imagine yourself observing 1,000 potential timelines, the wave. Your subconscious expectation, the subtle, pervasive feeling that I will get close, then fail, acts like a highly focused, extremely powerful magnetic lens. This lens only allows the wave to collapse into one specific outcome that matches its frequency, getting close, then failing. And because your expectation is fundamentally rooted in the observation of past failure, the loop, you are perpetually observing reality through the filter of its own predictable repetition. You are essentially commanding the universe to recycle your own history. This is why traditional positive thinking fails. It's like trying to sing a new song over a needle stuck on a record. The music, reality, cannot progress beyond the stuck point. The needle, your subconscious expectation, heavy with past conditioning, is hitting the same groove again and again, playing the same 3 seconds of frustration. You can scream affirmations, but the physical pressure of the needle, the underlying expectation, dictates the reality. To hear the rest of the song, the pressure on the needle must be instantly relieved. Your deepest, most persistent expectations create a neurological singularity. They create a state of internal coherence between what you feel and what you anticipate. This coherence is the command. When you feel lack and anticipate more lack, you are transmitting a clear, unwavering signal that reality instantly obeys.
The great masters of history, whether they spoke of feeling is the secret or living in the end, were teaching a precise, non-scientific application of the observer effect. They understood that the key was not the external action, but the stable, definite internal state established prior to observation. They were teaching you how to fix your internal broadcast before engaging with the world. They were teaching you how to release the pressure on the stuck needle. They knew the process of change requires a profound internal shift. You must stop fighting the observed, repeating reality, because that fight is the energy that fuels its recurrence. Your resistance to the current loop is the signal for the loop to intensify and continue. The power to break the loop is absolute and entirely within your grasp. It is not dependent on luck, other people, or external resources. It is dependent only on the instantaneous alteration of your core expectation frequency. And here is the monumental, non-negotiable revelation. The solution, the single action we call this, is entirely non-effort. It requires absolutely zero struggle. It is not about doing something new, difficult, or complex. It is about instantly stopping a deeply ingrained, habitual, and energy-draining internal action that is currently locking your reality into the past. It requires surrender, not struggle. It demands acceptance, not avoidance. The loop persists because you unconsciously, reflexively resist the current reality. You fight it, you fear it, you desperately try to escape it, or you lament it. That resistance is energy. That energy is a chaotic, loud broadcast signal for more struggle, more of the reality you hate. This is the instantaneous, sovereign shift to sovereign acceptance. This is not resignation. It is not defeat. It is not pretending everything is fine when it is objectively difficult. It is a tactical, powerful, quantum move. Sovereign acceptance is the profound, conscious act of fully, deeply, and without resistance accepting the current moment and the current reality exactly as it is, while simultaneously releasing the subconscious expectation that it must repeat. It is saying, with quiet authority, "Okay, this is what is. This is the data. I refuse to invest my emotional energy into fighting it right now, and by refusing to fight, I release my unconscious expectation that this must continue to unfold." This is the ultimate counterintuitive strategy. Your mind screams, "But I don't want this reality. I must fight to change it." And that fight, that emotional opposition, that internal pushback, that unconscious expectation of struggle is precisely the inertia that keeps the loop moving. Your resistance to the current reality is part of the signal that continuously reinforces its manifestation. The instantaneous unstickling of the needle occurs when you withdraw your resistance. When you stop fighting the present moment, you stop broadcasting the signal of struggle. The field, receiving a new, neutral signal, is instantly free to collapse a new wave function, a new outcome. Here is the single powerful protocol to execute this with precision and authority. The three-step quantum release protocol. Step 1. Acknowledge the reality as neutral data. When you feel the familiar pattern arise, or you detect the fear and frustration of the loop starting again, you must immediately stop all internal narrative. Do not judge, do not blame, do not tell the story of why this always happens to me again. Stop the mental chatter. The moment you are aware, simply state internally, clearly and without emotional charge, "This current reality is here. It is neutral data. I see the pattern." You are stripping the event of its personalized, destructive power. You are becoming the neutral observer. Step 2. Breathe into sovereign acceptance, the release. This is the core energetic shift. Take a deep, slow breath in through your nose, expanding your abdomen. As you inhale, mentally state, "I accept what is." As you exhale, slowly through your mouth, you must physically and mentally visualize and feel the dissolution of all resistance, all fighting, and all emotional recoil toward the current state. Focus on the sensation of letting go of the internal fight. Say, "I am safe even in this state." Repeat this deep release breath 4 times. This is the vital shift in frequency. The sudden lack of resistance is the new dominant, non-repeating signal your body broadcasts. Step 3. Release the expectation of repetition, the re-signal. With the resistance physically and energetically released, you have created a vast, neutral space, the necessary void for a new creation. Now, you must set the new command. This is not a request, but a definitive, sovereign declaration. State with quiet, absolute conviction, "I release my subconscious expectation that this pattern must repeat. The loop ends now." This declaration must be felt in your core. You are not trying to force a new reality, which implies resistance to the old one. You are simply canceling the cosmic order for the old reality to continue. You are commanding the end of the broadcast. The quantum loop is severed at its source, the unconscious need to maintain the familiar expectation. You must follow this protocol the very moment you catch the loop beginning. It is an instant practice. The only effort is the immediate conscious stopping of the internal struggle. The mechanism of your repeating life is clear. It is not external forces. It is the quantum feedback loop powered by your unrecognized, highly energetic resistance to the present moment. Your resistance is the fuel. This, sovereign acceptance, is your key. By accepting the present reality without fight, without assigning it meaning beyond neutral data, you instantly cancel the chaotic frequency that created it. The loop can only exist in the presence of struggle and the fear of repetition. Remove the struggle, and the loop has no fuel. Your challenge is urgent, immediate, and crucial. For the next 24 hours, actively hunt for the beginning of an old repeating pattern. The moment you detect that familiar feeling of stress, loss, anxiety, or frustration, stop everything. Do not pass go. Immediately execute the 3-step quantum release protocol. Look for the proof. Look for the instance where the old pattern should have continued, but a new, unscripted, effortless outcome emerges instead. The universe is waiting for your new, neutral, clear signal. Do this and watch the loop dissolve permanently. The time for repetition is over.